Hello. This is a weird angle. Tell me when you're on. Hey. I'll just wait for a little bit. Hey, someone's on. Say hi if you're on. Hey, Lisa, welcome. All right, so tonight I am doing a live on, hey, Christopher. Holy cow, I have not seen you in probably 10 years. Welcome. I am doing a live tonight on books. A lot of people ask me, how do you get through this? How do you get through that? How do you parent? So I thought I'd pick out my five or six books that have rocked my world. And so I'll tell you about them really quickly. And then I would love for you to put in the comments what books have greatly affected you and why did they affect you? And if you, I'm from Colorado, so say hi to me, and if you like what you're hearing, put hearts. Hey Joe. If you are new and I've never even talked to you before, put new in the comments. That would be awesome, and then we'll get to know each other better. So I'm going to go through some books that have rocked my world. A lot of times, I've been in personal development for over 10 years, and so that is, that's life-changing. So you're constantly working on yourself. Hey, Ellen. And so if you're not working on yourself constantly, then you're decaying. That's kind of my belief system. So you're either growing or decaying. And so reading's a huge part of my life. Me personally, I end up, if I have time to read, I end up going into books that are more on a spiritual level, just to like dig deeper there. So I'll go through some of the books. I don't know you, and I'm not going to add you to my video. Thank you. And I'm going to keep going. All right. Hey, Dawn. Are you guys back from vacay? All right. So the first book I'm going to talk about is The Shack. It is absolutely the top movie, top book that I have read. On a spiritual level, it is so fantastic. It gets into your space about, how you even view God. It's from such a different perspective. And so, if you're a complete analyst, this will blow your mind in a way that you get to go, okay, this doesn't seem right or whatever. But the movie is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. I suggest this book to almost everyone I meet, because they ask me what my top favorite book. So that is my top favorite. And that's by William Young. This is also by William Young. This book is fantastic and completely different from The Shack. It's really talking about hard-hearted man, basically, and his journey through life and coming to the end of his life and really looking at what is his legacy? What is he leaving behind? And that's another fantastic read. Like I said at the beginning, say hi to me and put in the comments, because I am going to start buying some more books for myself. I love paperback, by the way, so that I can write in it and go crazy. I got to show you this, because The Shack, okay, it's like a lot of it's underlined. It's crazy because there's so many good one-liners and quotes in there. The third book that's life-changing for me, awesome, Lisa, I'll check that out. Thank you for that suggestion. I love hearing what people's tops are, because those are the ones I want to read. Life's Healing Choices, Freedom from Your Hurts, Hang-Ups, and Habits. This book is so good. It's really talking about what it just said, how to get freedom from your hurts, habits, and hang-ups. So it's originally written for, the author originally created Celebrate Recovery. And so they've since changed the cover of it, and it's around that group, if you've ever heard of that. Celebrate Recovery's Christian-based groups all around town, just like AA, but more towards addictions, not just alcoholism. And addictions can be nagging people or lying. So it really helped me a ton when I went through that book. So again, like I said at the beginning, I do a lot of self-help books and personal development. But I really lean towards the spiritual side because I want to become a better person internally so I can bless people with what I talk about. So this is my parenting book that I highly suggest. I'm reading this one right now, but so I haven't read this one, finishing it. But Love and Logic. That's a book I raised my boys on. And a lot of people ask me how I parent, and this is absolutely how I parent. It's about consequences, and you want to start kids off young on consequences, so that when they get older and they're a 40-year-old, I have boys, when they're a 40-year-old man, their consequences aren't losing their whole family because of their choices. So it's really giving them choices and freedom, but also they get to have the consequences. Instead of being angry at you as a parent, they know the consequences were because of their choices. And so that is a fantastic book if you want to talk about good parenting books. And I was a hardcore, I know this gets into like such political spaces, but I was a hardcore baby-wise mom. And I know back then there was a lot of comments or thoughts about, well, everyone has a comment how you're raising your kids, period. Hey, Susan. Hey, Becca. So you just keep going. Find something that works for you and rock it out. If there's anything I am putting out there this week on these lives is do you. Be you. I've held back so much because my humor is so out there that I haven't wanted to like embarrass my friends or older friends or people I work with or for. And so that really matters to me. And I get to be fully me, because if I'm reserving myself, then that's not blessing the world. It's a take on me. So the other book that is one of my top favorite books, well, now it's my top 6. If you're counting, if you're being analytical, is True-Faced. And I don't have the book because I got it on Kindle when those were popular back then. So, True-Faced is about, instead of working hard to please God, like to just really come from a grace place, that book changed my life around religious crap that you can start taking on, and legalism that actually keeps you really stuck instead of having a grace-filled life. And so I highly suggest that book. And last but not least, this is not a shameless plug, my book, the one I finished a couple years ago. The reason why this is one of my favorite books is because I spent my lifetime writing, and I finally incorporated it all into a book and finished it, and that is one of my huge accomplishments. It's called Heavy, Deep, and Real Funny, and it's about walking through loss and working on forgiveness with laughter. So it's really talking about not getting stuck. How do you move forward when you have loss? I think the year I finished this up and printed it, I went to 8 funerals. So I know loss, not to brag, that's not a bragging right. And I also know love, grace, peace, forgiveness, and I have comedy in my life. So I basically go into some humorous little antidote, and tall tale is what I call small tall tales is what I call them. And then I go into a deeper subject. And if you watch any of my lives, then you know how deep and vulnerable I can go. And it's from a personally responsible place. And so that I'm really proud of completing. And guess what? I want to know your books and what motivates you. And put them in the comments or just message me personally and we'll talk books, because I love talking forward movement type of stuff. So if you've got a book that rocked your world, I want to hear all about it. And if you'd like to share in the comments, then people would love to see that too. So I hope you guys have a blessed night. And I just wanted to get on tonight and say, hey, Sandra, I haven't seen you forever. Well, talk to you really, because I didn't really see you that much. So thanks for coming on. So I'm finishing up this live, and if you're watching on the replay, hit replay, or if you're new and I've never met you, I'd love to get to know you as a person. So hope you have a blessed evening and forward movement. Love ya. Bye.